Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're good today. It has been a little while since I've been live on here. And yeah, obviously I wanted to chat with you guys today about this Arsenal news regarding the men's team. I have just loads of video about Arsenal women, so if you want to check it out, definitely do that. But yeah, there's going to be quite a few things to talk about today. Obviously, I have filmed a video which will be uploading tomorrow about the Lionesses as they have a big game coming up. So yeah, there is quite a lot to talk about at the moment. But obviously, big up to everyone that is watching this at the moment. I do really appreciate your support. Big up 170. Gonna what's the gossip? Well, I'm gonna go into that now, of course. But yeah, there is a lot to talk about. Obviously feel free to like this video, subscribe here obviously if you like what I'm like sort of content. But yeah, there is quite a few things to talk about today. Obviously I'm going to get straight into it. Norgaard is the latest, is pretty much is confirmed at the moment. Everyone has such a different opinion on him. I mean, I think a lot of people are quite underwhelmed by him. I mean, for me, I think he'd be a good player, sort of a Georgina replacement type of player. Our midfield is going to be completely different next season, and we don't know how that's going to be for us. We're going to have to just see how it goes for us, but I think that's something that we could definitely struggle with. And obviously, I hope it'll be okay. And that's why pre-season is so important, because pre-season will probably give you an idea of what these players can do for you. But obviously, Norgaard is announced pretty much soon. I think Arsenal announced it soon. Obviously, the deal is 10 million with an additional 2 million add-on. So, yeah, let me know what you think of Norgaard. Obviously, we know that that's pretty much a done deal now. I mean, I don't mind that. I mean, I think it's good to have a bit of a backup, but I think it's going to be different without Partey in that midfield. Our midfield's going to be different next season, so I just hope in pre-season we can figure things out and hopefully it'll be the right midfield for us. But yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how we do. Obviously, he has completed his medical, and official announcement will be expected very soon. Um, Arsenal do seem to be doing their announcements a lot sooner at the moment. Obviously, it took a while for we all know about these signings anyway, but it has taken the team a while for it to happen. But I'm just happy that things are starting to speed up a bit, because we have been taking a bit too long for my liking, and a lot of us are getting a bit tired of it. Um, and we can't be blamed for that, because novelty, it feels like with the signings, I mean, Zubimendi, we've known about it for so long, it didn't feel as exciting as it should be. So I think that's what Arsenal have really done to us. They've really took the excitement out of us. So, but yeah, obviously, I'm hoping that can happen. And big up Victor, hope you're good. I just want Gyökeres announced. Yeah, me too. Um, I don't know when it is going to be announced, to be honest with you, but it needs to happen soon, because I'm really tired of this. Yeah, I think with Gyökeres at the moment, it's looking quite positive for Arsenal. I don't think nothing has been agreed just yet, but it does seem like both parties want it to happen, and it does seem that you both would like it to happen. I just feel like Gyökeres just wants to get out of sport and come to Arsenal. So, but yeah, I think it looks like he's going to be the one for us, which I can't complain about. I've wanted Gyökeres for a while, so yeah, I think for me this is a good bit of business. But Arsenal take their time. Nothing has been agreed yet. It's just really annoying. I just want us to finally do it. Um, but yeah, obviously big up to everyone, big up James, Hi Safe Beatrice Cooking, yeah, he does seem to be doing really good. Now get Rodrigo, yeah, hopefully. Big up Ashik, I hope you're good. I love Gyökeres' commitment and desire to get the move done. Yeah, he wants to get out there and come to Arsenal, doesn't he? I think that's great to see that you want a player to come to Arsenal and you really want them to be here. I think that's a lovely quality to have. Oh, don't even start about Madueke. I don't even want him at Arsenal, but I don't know why Arsenal are looking at him. Maybe they're looking at him because we might not. With the Ethan Waneri thing, it was quite interesting. It did seem like he was going, and now he seems like he's staying. I don't know what's happening with that, but yeah, I'm going to come on to these things. Obviously, Norgaard's pretty much a done um deal. When that's officially announced by Arsenal, obviously I will do a separate video, but that does look quite promising at the moment. That looks quite positive that he's obviously gonna be an Arsenal player and hopefully help us next season. And that's why pre-season so important, because these players are going to really help you in these moments, and you're going to see what these players are about and what they can do for the team. So, yeah, for me, I'm quite excited about that one. Now let me actually talk about Gyökeres now, because we've heard so much over these last few days. Like, it's been crazy. Um, I've always been a fan of Gyökeres. Like, I think for me, it'd be a yeah for me if I had the chance to who I'd want to pick at Arsenal. You know, Isak or him would be my options. Obviously, it seems like Victor is saying as well, it seems like he's very keen to come to Arsenal to get out of sport, and he just wants to be an Arsenal player now. And obviously, we're going to have to wait to see when the agreement is sort of done. At the moment, there is no club to club agreement, but there is willingness from all parties to get the deal done. So it does look like it's going in the right direction. I would like it to progress a bit more. I mean, I would like them to accept what Arsenal have offered, but it does seem at the moment that it's sort of paused a bit to see what they think of Arsenal's deal. But like I said, I think he'd be a great signing for Arsenal. He'd definitely help Arsenal win the league and win us some trophies. At the moment, with Sporting, they've given Gyökeres permission to delay his return for pre-season, as he was due back on Monday, a week after some of his teammates, but he has now been given until Friday as talks of Arsenal progress. So I definitely think with the upcoming week, when the week goes on, I think we're going to hear and going to see more updates about Gyökeres, which will be very exciting, because I remember when I started doing these videos, at first I thought he was going to United, and then it sort of happened that he's coming to Arsenal. So it is looking very, very positive at the moment. We've got to really see what happens with this one. But obviously, for me at the moment, I'm really excited about what he can bring to the Arsenal, and him just being at Arsenal is great. I mean, he's a very, very good player. I think a lot of us will be very happy with him at Arsenal. I mean, I can't imagine anyone being upset about that. Obviously, I presume this is probably, the deal with Sesko is pretty much off now. And I'll be honest, I did always want Gyökeres. He was my number one, really. But they're both very good players, so I can't really complain too much, really. But yeah, he's the one I would want. Obviously, he's done really well at sport, and I think having that experience is going to definitely help Arsenal. He did score 97 goals in 102 games for Sporting. I think that just tells you how clinical he is right there. And then I think he's going to just really help Arsenal. He scored 39 goals in the Portuguese top flight last season. I just think he's so clinical. He's going to obviously give us what we need. I mean, I do appreciate it's a different league. It's going to be completely different, but I just think he's just what Arsenal need right now. And I think it'd be amazing to have him at Arsenal, and yeah, I can't wait. But yeah, I don't. That's honestly the latest about Gyökeres. Not much has developed other than this. Like I said, I'm sure tomorrow, the day after that, there'll be more news coming through about Gyökeres. But obviously, at the moment, nothing's been agreed. But I think both Arsenal, him, definitely want it to happen. So hopefully we can get it done. I think we just need to get it done, because there's going to be other teams that will want him, and we have to just do it now while we can. But it's nice to see that he wants to be an Arsenal player. I think that's really lovely. Um, Big up, Ron. I hope you're good. I'm concerned by the business so far, as it seems like the board still have top four to slash five as a goal. Most Chelsea fans want to see the back of Noni, wishing he was half as good as he think he is. Yeah, and obviously, I don't really want. I mean, obviously, I will support him if he comes to Arsenal. I'm not just gonna, have a go at him, but I don't see how that signing would help us at all. Um, I'll be honest with you, Kepa, I'm actually okay with, because I do think with Kepa, he would actually be a good backup. He would be good, sort of second choice. I mean, in the cup games, etc. Like, I have no problem with that, and I think that's completely fair enough. I mean, I know Chelsea do have a lot of goalkeepers, but I think if we're being honest, why are we going for Chelsea players? The same with the players. I mean, I'm pretty sure Newcastle have got Alanga now, but I loved him at Arsenal. Anthony Gordon's another, he's another one. Eze, um, Rodrigo. Like, there's so many options we could go for. I don't know why we're going for him. Even if I know he did leave, there's many other players we could go for than him. I don't know why. I don't know why we're doing that. I'm not impressed at all, for being completely honest. But obviously, it's nothing we can do, unfortunately. We have no control over the situation. So if he does, if it does happen, it does happen. But yeah, I'm with you. I think we need to act like, we need to act like a team that's wanting to challenge for the league, wanting to win these big trophies. So yeah, I do feel a bit. I'm with you. I do feel a bit and frustrated at it, but yeah, I just think we need to go for the top players. Like, I know we've got Martinelli and Trossard in the team. I mean, we need to bring in players that are gonna be better than them, not be on the same level or maybe not as good as them. So we have to do much better. I really completely agree with you. But we cooking. Not seeing you here for a while. Hope you're good. Hope you're enjoying your summer as well so far. Um, yeah. So yeah, obviously the Gyokeras situation at the moment is pretty much that. Obviously, when there is more updates, I will be back. Now, I wanted to actually speak to you guys about Trossard because I'm going to be honest with you guys. We've heard a lot about Martinelli. We've not heard a lot about Trossard, and I'll be honest. If I had to pick one to stay, I would probably pick Trossard because I think with how Martinelli's been this last season or two, I think he's really struggled. I think Trossard's definitely a good kind of player that will come off the bench and really change the game and really improve the team. And I'm honest, if Trossard's left, I'd be a bit disappointed. I'd be quite sad about it because I still would like him to be here for a little bit longer, maybe like a year, maybe 2 years. I mean, I know I'm not saying Trossard's part of our future. I'm not saying he's going to be here for the next 3 years, but I personally would want to keep him for a little bit longer. I'd be really upset if he went, but I know that that's football and he might move on. Um, I know he has changed agents. Don't know how relevant this is to this conversation, but I know apparently Fenerbahce have submitted a 15 million bid for Trossard. Obviously his deal is still Arsenal till 2026, so obviously it seems he's open if the right offer comes in. So yeah, interesting really, because I think the fan base is very divided when it comes to Trossard and Martinelli. Um, like I said, I'd be happy to keep Trossard for another season or maybe two. I really want to see how he can obviously develop, and I just think he's a player that can come off the bench. He's a player that can really be good use to the team. So for me, I'd be upset. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I really, really would, and I don't want him to go. To be honest with you, I think we need that rotation, and I think it's a silly thing for us to do if we do get rid of him. So yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, but I'd be very upset. I'd be a bit sad because I think he's a very good player, and I think he's still got potential at Arsenal. But ultimately, if he wants to go, he wants to go. I think we have to respect that decision of his. But um, yeah, I do sense that him and Martinelli, one of them will be leaving this summer. Obviously, I do think we're going to make improvements in our midfield, but I definitely sense that one of them is going to move on. And if they do, they do. We're going to have to just see what happens with that. But yeah, I would be sad if he went. I really would. I like Trossard. I think he's more of a bench player. He's a player that will come off the bench and really help the team, and I like that in a player. I really do. Big up yourself. Thank you so much. Do we know how long Kepa's contract is? He's still got skills and a solid number two. Concerned he might be put as he did at Chelsea if he's put out as he did at Chelsea. I don't think it's that long. I'm not sure off by heart, but I think it might be 2 or 3 years he's here. Um, I don't think it's like a 5 year deal. I don't think it's that long. I think it's just like a few years. I think it's about 2 or 3 years, which I think's pretty good because if we do need to get rid of him at some point, then he can just go after that. Um, I think we're gonna have to just see how he gets on his first season, because in his first season we don't know how he's gonna do. He might really struggle, or he might really do well. He might enjoy the football at Arsenal. Obviously he's a second choice, so he won't be getting as many minutes as obviously Raya, but I'm sure in the cup games we'll see him get those minutes, which I'm excited to see happen because I do think he's a good goalkeeper. I just think that his job now is just to be a backup, and I think he's clearly okay with that. So yeah, let's just see what happens with that. Be up Connell. Afternoon. I'm waiting for that Gyokeras. Here we go. Yeah, it's. I think at the moment not much has really changed other than that. he wants to come to Arsenal. Arsenal want him, but nothing has been agreed yet at the club. So I'm really sure we'll hear more stuff in these upcoming days. I mean, the transfer news has been crazy these last few days. There's so much to talk about. So I've no doubt we'll hear other news coming up. Um, but yeah, it feels a bit frustrating because it's dragged on for so long. I just want to hear the announcements happen. I just want to hear us signing him for sure. So you will have to just see what happens with him. But yeah, he's definitely going to be a really good player for Arsenal. So yeah, Trossard at the moment is maybe he could go. Definitely him and Martinelli might go, but yeah, it is what it is with that. Now obviously with the Chelsea situation, Arsenal seem very keen on Madueke, and like I said, I'm not really for it if I'm being completely honest. I don't think he would improve the team. Yeah, I'd no doubt he would get us goals and he could help us in that department, but I just don't think he's better than what we have right now, and that's my problem. At the moment, it does seem as though Ethan Nwaneri is Arsenal seem confident about Ethan Nwaneri is going to sign a new long-term deal in the upcoming days. So hopefully we'll see that happen. I think with Ethan Nwaneri, I think it's going to be quite hard for him to get those regular minutes because I think we've got Saka, obviously whoever, if we see Eze, he might be on the left or he might be in the attacking midfield position. So we're going to see quite a few different options come through. So yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see the amount of time Ethan Nwaneri will get next season. I think Nwaneri does deserve a lot more game time than Arteta's given him, and I think it's quite unfair that he's had a lack of game time. But I think when Saka was injured, he was able to step in and do a really good job. So um, yeah, I think with that, I think it's going to be different for him now because Saka is going to start and he won't be getting as many minutes. But I still think that he's going to be an important player for us next season. I hope he can get some regular minutes that he really deserves because he is a very important player for Arsenal. And yeah, I think if we got rid of him, that would be a real shame. It would be, I think it'd be a regret for Arsenal if we got rid of him. I think that would be something that they would regret because he is a very important player for Arsenal. He offers you something different, and we saw it in the cup games like Preston and other games. He could really provide you a different way of attacking, and he's so young. He's got so much talent, and I think he's only 18, which is so incredible. So yeah, for me, I'm really hoping Neri will stay and get some more minutes. Big up everyone that's watching us. I know there's a lot of you watching right now, so thank you so much for watching. If you guys have any questions for me, do send them through. I'm happy to answer them. And of course, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well. And read this one run. Has Arsenal done anything about the backroom staff with regard to the number of injuries last season? I don't think anything's really happened with that. Um, but yeah, I do think that is a concern. I mean, we've mentioned that a few times about the injuries as well last season. I mean, it would worry me again if we had the same sort of problem. It's not great at all, but I'm not too sure if anything has happened about that. Big up Jordan, Hyman, YNWA, big up yourself, I hope you're okay. Good to see you in the chat. Always nice to see some new faces in the chat as well. Yeah, even though I like my regulars in the chat, it's always good to see new people here as well. So yeah, obviously, guys, I'm happy to answer any questions you guys have for me at the moment. I'll probably stay on here for maybe an hour or just under an hour. Um, let's get Bruno from Newcastle. Yeah, he would be a good sign. I think with him we had our chance, didn't we? But it didn't really happen. So I don't think it will happen now. Newcastle actually doing good business at the moment. I think Newcastle probably. Um, I think they'll still have the same similar season. I think they'll probably get top four. You never know. I mean, I think if they can keep Isak and strengthen in their squad, they can just continue to do really well. We definitely need to make some improvements in our attack. And I think if we're being honest, that's why we're probably not excited because we've not really made any changes in our attack. You know, we've brought in the backup goalkeeper, we've brought in two midfielders at the moment, and obviously Masquera might happen as well, but we've not really done much in the attack. And I think as fans, that's why we feel so like disheartened, a bit not as excited as we should be. Um, So yeah, there's a lot of players out there that I'd like us to get. Obviously, Anthony Gordon's actually one that seems like it could happen. Arsenal do seem quite interested in him. I mean, how do you guys feel about him coming to Arsenal? I personally like him at Arsenal. Um, I think he'd definitely help us for sure. I think he's an exciting player to watch. I've been excited watching him in England, and obviously when he's at Newcastle. So yeah, he would be a real good signing for sure. I hope it can happen, but you just never know with Arsenal what they're gonna do. I think Gyökeres is our next move. Eze, that situation is sort of not much has really happened at the moment with Eze. It's sort of calmed down a little bit. But we need to go back and get Eze because he's gonna really help us. I'd love Eze, I really would. I think he'd be a great signing. Everyone knows that I'd be really happy with him. So yeah, I'm interested to see what obviously Arsenal are going to do next because there's obviously a lot of work that has to be done for us to bring in the right players. Um, but yeah, at the moment with the Gyokeras, unfortunately, there's no new updates. I wish I could be here today with a little bit more updates to give you, but at the moment, nothing has really happened and nothing's really changed at the moment. So yeah, obviously, when there is more news to discuss, yeah, we will talk about it, but at the moment, nothing's been agreed, unfortunately. But Gyökeres does seem very determined to come to Arsenal, which I quite like about him. I think he does seem to really want to join this club. So yeah, I think that's obviously a really great thing about him. So yeah, I hope, like I said, I hope he can get done. Gyokeras in London yesterday. Gyokeras getting the 14 shirt confirmed. Gyokeras medical is booked for Friday at Arsenal. I mean, I'm gonna see it when it happens. Obviously, I think with David Ornstein and Fabrizio Romano, I think they're the ones that I can really trust. I'm just gonna check social media now because things could literally change any minute. Um, it does seem like it's getting a lot more closer. It does seem like things are developing a lot more, but obviously at the moment, I don't think anything officially has um, been announced. Yeah, I'm just checking now. Um, yeah, obviously I'll wait to see what happens if anything does announce to get announced. But yeah, we're just waiting on things to happen. That said, the transfer news has been absolutely crazy, and so much is going on at the moment, which is obviously really, really exciting, of course. So yeah, hoping in a few days we'll see some more signings happen because that's what we want. We want to feel excited again. We want that excitement back. I think the excitement is sort of worn off us a little bit. Um, obviously, I don't think that's true at the moment, but when it happens, I'll see. Big ups to Mania. Big up yourself. Welcome to my channel, by the way. To me, I think you're new here. If you like my stuff, don't forget to subscribe. And yeah, obviously my name's Sophie, and this is my channel. I chat about Arsenal, and yeah, I do stuff on women's football too. So I do like a mixture of content, really. But big up to yourself. It's always nice to see new people in the chat, of course. Like I said, if you're new here, welcome to my channel. And yeah, I hope you enjoy my content to those that are new around here. And yeah, if you've got any questions, do send them in. I'm happy to answer any questions about Arsenal. And obviously, if you are new here, do subscribe and all of that stuff, as I'm pretty much going to be doing lots of content throughout the summer. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of stuff to talk about with the Lionesses, Arsenal women, the men's team. So yeah, and obviously when the season starts, we'll be doing like my previews again, my reviews on the men and the women's team. So yeah, lots to talk about really. Big up yourself, Tyrell Gunner TV. I hope you're still doing your content. Do check out his channel as well, guys, because he does Arsenal content as well. There is so many Arsenal content creators, which I think is amazing because I think there's always stuff to talk about when it comes to Arsenal. There really is. But yeah, as well, I do always appreciate new people coming in or people that are regulars. It's always nice to see you guys in here. Um, but yeah, obviously, we'll wait and see what happens in the upcoming days. I did also do a video about Arsenal women Taylor Hines, and um, we're gonna have to see what happens with that. But yeah, with the next transfers that will happen. Yeah, Ron, are you watching Nanny tonight at this Club World Cup? Yeah, possibly. I've been watching actually a lot of the Euros, but I might have a look at that as well. Um, I think it's really interesting with the Club World Cup is that people absolutely love it. I mean, if it's on, I'll watch it, but like I said, I won't go away to watch it. But yeah, probably now that we've been linked to him, I want to see a bit more of what he's about. I think that will happen. I think it will happen more because if other things like if Ranieri leaves, we'll have to replace him. So, I think if Ranieri stays, he might not come. But Arsenal do seem to really want him, and I don't know why Arsenal keep going for Chelsea players. Like, I don't mind if it's a Chelsea player that is pretty good and it is a Chelsea player that is gonna really help us, like Kepa, I've no doubt. I'm happy with Kepa, but I think we need to just not go for Chelsea players as much. Like, I'd rather us go for Liverpool players, Man City players, like, I don't know, just other players around other teams, not just Chelsea. I'm not a fan of it, I'll be honest with you. I don't really like us going for Chelsea players. Big up Tyrell. I need this Gyökeres situation wrapped up quickly. We need this. Yeah, we do need to see. I do want to hear I want to hear Fabrizio just say, "Here we go, it's announced," and we can finally all relax because the waiting is so frustrating. Like we keep talking about the same thing, and I just want it to happen for us. So, yeah, I just really hope we can see this happen hopefully soon, guys, because we are waiting a while, aren't we, for this to happen? So yeah, obviously, fingers crossed, we're going to see this happen in upcoming weeks. Well, actually, I hope it does happen by the end of the week, really, because obviously pre-season is starting very soon. So I do hope we're going to see things happen a bit more, and things are going to develop more. And yeah, that's what we want to. That's what we need to hear. So fingers crossed, guys. We're going to hear that happen. With Gyokeras and yeah, obviously we need to improve in a lot of areas. I mean, it's not just a striker. We need to see a winger, maybe two wingers. I think Rodrigo, in my opinion, I think he's probably unlikely, but it's not off the cards. So we're going to have to really see what is going to happen there. It'd be an interesting one for sure. Um, Big up Ron again. It's very strange as Chelsea fans happy shifting to Arsenal. I mean, I do get Chelsea have a lot of players, and at some point we will have to take a few players off them. Because especially with the goalkeeper, we've needed a backup goalkeeper. I'll be honest with you, we could have done it differently. We could have maybe kept Neto, gave him more chances, but in the same sense, I do think we needed someone that was a bit more experienced. But I don't know why we keep going back to them. Like, can we just stay somewhere else? I just don't want us to go for Chelsea players. We have that rivalry there of them, and I just find it a bit strange that we keep going to them Chelsea players. Yeah, like you said, they'll be happy. Them Chelsea fans will be very happy that we're taking these players off them. But I'm not really happy about that. If he does come to Arsenal, like you said, I don't think it would be a good signing in my personal opinion. But there might be people on here that'll be watching this and think he would be a good signing. So fair enough. But yeah, I don't really want the sign to happen at all. I really don't. We're gonna have to just see if we do get Madueke, but I definitely think if Ranieri doesn't sign a new deal, it's more likely that he's gonna go. That Madueke will come here if Ranieri leaves. But obviously at the moment Ranieri, it looks like he might stay and sign a new deal. I think you look at Lewis Skelly, his sort of path. Maybe Ranieri might want to follow that path of staying here at Arsenal, and achieving a lot of great things. So yeah, we'll have to really see what is going to happen. But obviously, at the moment, it's interesting. We hear everything new every day. We always hear new stuff happen. So I do find it quite exciting about you know this transfer window. Big up, Shubham. I hope you're good. Lovely to see you in here. Long time, so I hope you're well. I'm good, thank you. I hope you're good too. I'm just hoping that Arsenal can start bringing in the right sidings. I want us to obviously bring in that striker, maybe two wingers or maybe two more attackers as well. I do think we could do with a few more changes there. So yeah, I'm really hoping that we're going to see some improvements happen because that is exactly what we need for Arsenal. But yeah, obviously at the moment we have announced more players, which I'm happy about. But I do think more needs to happen really for us to properly challenge and compete next season. So Yeah, obviously, big up to everyone as well. Like I said, I'm going to stay on here for an hour, so I'll be on here for about half an hour more. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, don't forget to drop them in. Obviously, if you're new to my channel as well, don't forget to like this video and do subscribe here as well. But yeah, obviously, when things do get announced, I'll always be here to do an update as well. Um, so yeah, obviously, it's exciting at the moment. We have signed a few players. Obviously Norgaard. I think Norgaard is probably going to be the next announcement. I think that might happen maybe at the end of the week. Yeah, probably by Friday. I think it could happen because we have seen quite a few rumours about him at Arsenal, and the medical seems to be done with him. Um, so yeah, looking quite excited at the moment with that. But yeah, we are linked to we all be linked to Chelsea players. I hope it doesn't happen for me. Um, but yeah, we're gonna have to see what happens. Big up Gary, big up Shubham. What according to you will be a successful window to us to win a title next season? Oh, a great question. Thank you so much. Um, I think for me, obviously at the moment we have obviously Kepa, Supermendi, Norgaard is pretty much a done deal. Not actually sure what's happened with Mosquera because we did seem heavily linked with him as that backup squad depth defender for Saliba. So I don't know what has happened with that if that's developed. Obviously that I'm happy with, but the attack obviously I'd want Gyökeres, Eze, and maybe someone else like I don't know, Anthony Gordon, or just someone else like that could. I think we need that. That'd be a good window for me. But obviously, if we got Gyökeres, I would be made up with that. I think that would be a really good sign. That'd be a sign that I'd be like, "Wow, Arsenal, you're doing really good." But I kind of not sure we'll do this all in this one window. Maybe we'll save some till January. I don't know what we're gonna do because I never know what Arsenal have in their mind really. But that's my ideal window. Do you think Arsenal will make a move in the January window? I mean, we're not ones to do much in January. I think we got Trossard in January, didn't we? So we have had the odd sort of play that we have moved to in January. So I'm not saying that it won't happen, but I think possibly. I think if we had any injuries, like I don't say in the midfields obviously could be a big concern because in the midfield, if we really struggle with you know, Supermendi struggles to adapt or Norgaard struggles, whatever happens, I think that Arsenal might try and bring someone in midfield if we struggle. Same in the attack if we have injuries like we did. Um I want us to, but maybe I'm not sure we would because we might be spending a lot in the summer. Um so yeah, my answer is I'd want us to, but I don't think we will. Um don't think we're getting Rodrigo. Yeah, I don't think that's happening either. I just think I know from when I've been looking up online, what I've been checking, it does seem as though that he is wanting us to wait till the end, to the start of the season, like September time. I think August, September time. And I think I don't want to wait. I just want us to bring. If I'd rather us bring in these players sooner than later. I don't want to wait at all. So I feel like for me that would be my opinion on him. But I think he would be a good sign and he'd definitely improve this team for sure. But I'm with you. I don't think it's happening at all. Maybe it's a little bit unrealistic. I do think he'd want to move, but I also think because we've not had much silverware soon, would he want to come to Arsenal? That is a question. I'm not sure he would. So, yeah, that is a good question, but I don't know if it would actually happen. Like, I don't know if he would come to Arsenal right now. So, yeah, obviously we're going to have to just see what does happen with that. But I think Eze is the more likely option, really, because I think he would want to come to Arsenal and help us in the Champions League. So, yeah, we're going to have a busy summer, I really hope. But we need to start now in the attack to improve it because we've gone from the defence to midfield. Now we need to go. Pardon me, guys. We need to go in the attack to improve it because we seem to have improved a lot of the defence. And I did want Arteta wanting to bring in like a defender because we are maybe losing out if we're getting rid of some players. But I just think our defense is fine. We need to just go for the attack now and go for that and really improve that. So obviously, I hope that's what we can do now. But it's going to be interesting to see what will happen in these upcoming days, weeks, because there is so much happening at the moment. I mean, I did videos when I was talking about Sesko. I thought we were going to get Sesko, and now I don't think we are really getting him at all. So yeah, I think obviously at the moment Gyökeres is all the talk that's happening at the moment. It's pretty much him. So yeah, I'm excited to see that announcement happen. I don't know when that announcement will happen. It does seem like it's more likely to happen sooner than later, but nothing has been agreed yet. So yeah, it's just a waiting game at the moment for Arsenal, which isn't ideal, but yeah, it is what it is. Really, we're just gonna have to wait around and see what will happen with the players that we might bring to Arsenal. Um, but yeah, I'm confident we'll bring Gyökeres. I think Gyökeres will happen. But I'm not too sure who else we would bring in. Which is very annoying. But yeah, I think we're gonna have to just see what is gonna happen in these upcoming days and weeks. And like I said, I'll be back as well when more updates will be here. I will obviously do videos as well on that as well. But yeah, hoping to see more updates, more news about this transfer rumours, this transfers window. Obviously, we've got ages left, so there's no we're ready to panic, but I do want things to speed up a bit of Gyökeres. I mean, it has sped up a little bit now because I think Arsenal were interested in him. We put in a bid, they didn't want it, and then we went back and put in another bid. So I'm hoping that things can finally be agreed and I would love him to be here for pre-season, but I don't think that'll happen. I think we're going to have to wait a lot longer, and I think that's what we do want to do. I think he himself probably wants to just come to Arsenal and be here for pre-season. So yeah, I'm really hoping that things can just happen and things can just move on quite quickly. So yeah, it's a waiting game now, unfortunately. And it's really frustrating, but here's hoping that things can obviously happen soon. But yeah, obviously, like I said, when we announce players, I always do like my pre-recorded videos, and I'll be doing updates on that. Um, but obviously, big up to everyone as well. I hope you all enjoyed my show today. Obviously, if you're watching this, I hope you're enjoying it. And yeah, don't forget to send any questions you guys may have for me as well. I'm happy to obviously answer them as well. Um, Big up Ron. I think it's the problem with having a former DM as a manager, focus on being hard to beat and less about winning games. I think I mean everyone has their own sort of view on like what type of style of play we like, but I mean you look at us when we won the FA Cup, we had a really bad defence then. I think I don't actually remember the defence exactly, but we had a few good players like Louise and Tierney, but we had an attack that could win, and that's what we need right now. That's what we're missing. We don't have the attack that can really win, and I think that's what we need. I think you can win a lot when you have attacking players. I mean, you might have a bad defense, but you can really win a lot when you have the right defense, right attack. Sorry. So I think as much as the defense is important, I think it's not everything. I think you need to really invest in the attacking players. Because like, if you have a prolific goal scorer, you can win a lot of things. So yeah, I think yeah, it is so frustrating because I just really wish we would stop focusing in on the defense now because like I do not want any more left backs, any more defenders. Like I want that to end now because we've just got a good defense now. I know we've let a few players go, but I just think we're good at the moment. So can we just keep it like this? Um, but yeah, I don't honestly don't know what we're gonna do. But yeah, here's hoping, obviously, guys, that things will start to improve. We'll start to bring in the right attacking players because like I said, I'm quite tired of us bringing so many defenders to Arsenal. Um, so yeah, I obviously really hope we can improve in the attack. I think we just need to focus on the attack, and it's a good point as well. Maybe Arteta does. I think Arteta has been a manager that like wanted to build his team from the defense first, and to be honest with you, the defense needed a massive improvement, and I'm not mad at him for that in any way. But I think he could have bounced out a bit and brought in more attacking players at the time. But yeah, it is what it is, though. We're gonna have to just really hope that he does the right. He brings in the right players. But yeah, we'll have to see what we do this summer. I just really hope we bring in the right group of players, and because I think Arteta's under a lot of pressure this season. I think we all know that. Um, I think whether you like him or not, I think he has to get it right this season. I think he has to win us something. Everyone will have their own opinion on what they want him to win, but we just have to win something for me to be happy about Arsenal. So yeah, fingers crossed, guys. We'll see that happen, but we definitely need to stop bringing defenders into the club. We are good as we are. We just need to bring in the attack, because I think we all know defensively there isn't many problems, but I think if we could just bring in a few adjustments in our attack, we'll just be fine. And I'm frustrated with it, to be honest with you. I'm a bit tired of Arteta bringing in defenders all the time. I do think we need a backup. I do think it's important that we bring in, um, backup, rotation, squad players, etc. But I do think our attack has to be our big focus now. I think that's going to be something that we need to do. And I just worried that we'll be a bit light in our attack runs next season. But yeah, we'll have to see what we do, guys. We really will. Be Emerson. I'll come back to this actually because I'm not too sure really what number he'll get. To be fair. Big up Andy Human. Hope you're good. I'm good, thank you. Hope you're good. Good to see you in the chat. Yeah, obviously Norgaard is going to be announced pretty soon. I'm excited to see that happen. I think he'll definitely be a good addition to the team. So yeah, fingers crossed, guys, that'll happen. That I think that's going to happen actually in the next few days. I think he's had his medical at Arsenal already, so he's hoping that he'll be announced pretty soon, because that'll be another signing done and dusted. We just need to bring in a few more players in the attacking sense. So yeah, hoping that will happen, guys. Uh, Big up to everyone as well that's watching this. I do appreciate it. I am going to stay on here for maybe 5-10 more minutes and I'll end the show. As I have been on here for a little while talking about Arsenal. But obviously, big up to everyone that is new here or watching my show. I do really, really appreciate it. But yeah, today I'm just chatting about when Neri probably going to stay, isn't he? Obviously, Norgaard, that'll be announced soon. When he's announced, I will obviously come on here and do an actual video. But that's looking like that'll happen, which is obviously what we all want to hear. I just want Gyokeras to be announced. I want that to happen pretty soon because that would be good. I just think people are underwhelmed with Norgaard, which is a real shame because I think he will be a good player, but I think because we've not brought in that striker, it doesn't feel as exciting. So yeah, obviously that is what it is with that, but we'll have to see what will happen. So yeah, like I said, guys, if you do have any questions you want to send in before I go, I will happily answer them. And yeah, go for your messages. I have got a video coming out tomorrow, which might be a premiere. It's just about the Lionesses. They've got a big game. I will be back live tomorrow as well after that, hoping they'll win. If you don't win, I'll be so sad. But yeah, there's going to be other stuff coming out then, which I'm very excited about. So yeah, big up to everyone that was watching this. Who is your leader going to be? You need a personality like Vieira or VVD. I think at Arsenal we do actually have. I think we have a lot of leaders, but I think we have. Everyone has a different opinion. With obviously, with Odegaard, people might not think he's a good captain. I think when the Bayern got stripped his captaincy, I would have picked Gabriel, Magalhaes, or Tierney. I think Gabriel Magalhaes would make a really good captain. Because I just think he's a leader on the pitch, and he just shows that, and he fights for the club no matter what. Declan Rice as well, definitely say him, but I think we've definitely not had a leader like Vieira or Tony Adams in a very long time, but we do have players on the pitch that do have those qualities of a leader. I definitely think Declan Rice does have that attribute, which I think is a great attribute to have. So yeah, great question. Big up Kevin. Big up Carlos, big up yourself. Big up Daniel. Hope you're good. Good to see you in here. Hope everything is okay. Bessie, hope the family as well. All good, thank you. How are you doing? Hope you're okay as well. And yeah, long time no see, but yeah, hope you're doing good. As well. Yeah, obviously we definitely have leaders around the team, but I just think that it's yeah, it's just tough really because I think you can be a captain without being a captain. I mean, I thought Xhaka was a captain without being a captain. I think him being a captain put more pressure on him anyway. And I think that's just how it is for some players. But yeah, I do think we're quite lucky. We have quite a few leaders, but I think Odegaard, I think these last few seasons he has been really good, but I just think unfortunately this season it's just gone. He's had a really poor season, and I think people have written him off. So I think I'd give Odegaard another season to see if he can go up another level. Then you know what, he stays the captain and he stays at Arsenal. But I think if he still has the same season, then I do think we need to talk about his future a bit because that might be a bit of a problem for us. But yeah, listen, Odegaard is sort of like not everyone's cup of tea. I personally like Odegaard. I do think he's very good. I think that he's just had a bad season, and I think he can be amazing. But yeah, I wouldn't ever put him in the same bracket as a captain of maybe like a Vieira. Vieira's won a lot more than him. I think when you win stuff, you definitely get that legendary status. I don't think he has that at the moment, so I think that's incredibly hard. But I'm hoping that things can keep pushing and we can just start winning stuff again. And I hope Odegaard can just have a really good season with Arsenal and improve and keep getting better. So yeah. Uncle Settings now. It's been exciting. You big up, I'm really happy for you. Good to hear that from you. And they've not spoken in a while, but always good to see you in here as well. And I do appreciate you popping in as well. So thank you so much, Daniel. Big up to Daniel. Show him some love, guys. He is a great person. Yeah, so yeah, a good question actually, because I think Van Dijk's a great leader. I think Liverpool have got great leaders. A lot of other teams have got great leaders. Everyone will have a different opinion on what their version of a captain is and stuff. But I think for me, I think Gabriel Magalhaes would be a great captain for Arsenal. I mean, he's signed a 5-year deal, so he's definitely committed to Arsenal. He definitely wants to stay here for quite a while, which I'm very, very happy about. A lot of these players have signed the deals for quite a few years, which is, I think, it's really good news. So, yeah, happy about that as well. But yeah, same as you. Big up Daniel. Big up yourself. But yeah, so yeah, obviously a great question about that. So big up. I think it was Kevin that asked that about the leaders. That was a really good question. Like I said, I think we're gonna have to see how next season does go. I think next season is gonna be a really, really big season for Arsenal. I think it's gonna be interesting to see how we go about it. I'm interested to see when when the window shuts, what our window has been like, because I think last summer I don't think we had the best window, and I think this summer we can maybe be happy with it if we get the right players in. Big up Tim Wacker, Chris. Big up yourself. Always nice to see new people in the chat. Obviously, if you're new here, don't forget to like this video and do subscribe here to keep in touch with my content. I think next season we are getting something. Our squad was really narrow. With the transfers, we should do big. Saka should be captain, but Odegaard is best. You know what? It's really weird because I think Saka would be a captain in time, but I don't really see Saka as a captain just yet because I think. Sure, he's got the experience. He definitely has in the future. But I just think my two captains now would be um, Gabriel and Rice. They're my two top captains. Say if it went bad with Odegaard, obviously Odegaard's our captain, so I'm not going to disrespect him. But if I had to pick two of the captains, they would be my captains. I think we're quite lucky. I think Raya maybe in the future, Raya could be one as well. So yeah, we're very lucky. We've got a great squad, a great leadership squad. So yeah, I think that's really good as well. I think it's difficult for the offensive Arsenal players, too much pressure on them as they are doing the heavy lifting. Yeah, great point. Big up Winners Club. Is Gyökeres going to win us the league? I definitely think if Gyökeres came to Arsenal, we have a better chance of winning the league, but obviously there's no guarantee if he could do it for us. I think it does depend a bit on Arsenal's midfield, how that does as well, because I think a striker can only do so much, if you don't have the balls forward, if you don't get the passes forward, you can't do that much. So I think my answer is potentially it depends on our midfield, our attack as well, not just Gyökeres, but I think Gyokeras would help you in those games where, the games where you might need to win ugly and you just need to get it over the line. I think he could definitely help us in those games as well. But I do want to see goals from our wingers as well, in midfield. So yeah, Arsenal are going to be so different next season. We're going to have a completely different team. So I'm definitely interested to see how we do get on next season. But yeah, Gyökeres, I feel more confident about us winning the league with Gyökeres. I think we've got a better chance of winning with Gyökeres. I think without him we'll probably struggle. Because I think ultimately we've not had a striker since Aubameyang, and we've never been able to win anything serious like a league or anything. So yeah, I definitely think that to answer your question, yeah, we have a greater chance, but I think it's going to be hard to do that for sure. Um, Big up Luke Chapman. Hope you're good. Northampton Town fan. Big up yourself. I hope you're good here. Nice to see different fans as well come in to watch my show. Even if you're not an Arsenal fan, you're always welcome to pop in and say hi anyway. Yeah, so hopefully Gyökeres will be announced, guys. I did say I'd stay on here for an hour, so I'll stay on here for 10 more minutes, guys. I have really enjoyed chatting with you guys today. Um, but yeah, obviously, big up to everyone that's watching my show. I'm really grateful today. I've really enjoyed doing this. So yeah, I'll probably stay on here for 10 more minutes till I've been on an hour. And I'll probably watch some football later. And obviously, tomorrow I'll probably do a live stream after the Lionesses game. So here's hoping that England can win. We do have to win tomorrow, but I have done a preview for that. So yeah, my next video will probably be out tomorrow morning slash lunchtime. So do definitely stay tuned for that. But like I said, if you guys have any last questions you want me to answer, obviously I'm more happy to answer them as well. So yeah, big up to everyone. I really appreciate you all popping in. Let's try and get this to 30 likes, guys. Obviously, I'm nearly at 30 likes. If you can, smash the likes on this video. If you're new here or if you're watching at the moment. And yeah, obviously send any questions you guys want me to answer before I do go. Obviously there's been a lot of football on at the moment. There's been a lot of news, so I will be doing lots of updates and lots of videos as well. But yeah, big up to everyone. I'm really grateful to see obviously new people in the chat or just regulars that are always nice to see here. But yeah, obviously always nice to see you guys here. I know I haven't been live in a while, so it was good to come back on here today. Yeah, it's been about 5 days since I was live, so yeah, obviously I do like the pre-recorded videos, but it's nice to have these. It's nice to interact with you guys. So yeah, I do enjoy these type of streams as well. So yeah, be yourself, Luke. Big up to everyone as well. Martin is a tactical leader, but would his team die for him? I mean, that's a good point as well, because I mean, obviously, I probably wasn't even. I think I was probably like 1 or 2 when we won the league in, like, say 2003. But you look at the team that we had. I mean, the players would have done anything for Tony Adams or Vieira. I mean, other captains that we've had in the past, they would have done anything to win for. I mean, even for managers. I mean, the teams that we've had. I mean, I'm not necessarily talking about Wenger's later years, but when Wenger came in and he won stuff, they would have won. They'd have really done anything on that pitch to win for Wenger. And I think, I mean, even that, when Aubameyang was here, I think a lot of players idolised him, and I think they really wanted to do well for Aubameyang. And I think it's so hard. I think we have leaders, but I think leaders back then we really miss. I mean, we miss a Vieira, we miss those type of players because, as you've said, a great point, Kevin. He's a good leader in a different type of way, to what a leader was back then. I mean, like I've just said, he's not my first choice captain that I'd go for, but yeah, it's just I think it's a really interesting conversation about captains because obviously for me, I think a captain to me is someone that does their talking on the pitch consistently and will fight for your club. But I think that is obviously my view of a captain. Everyone will have their own different view. I think no one really questioned Odegaard's captaincy other than this season because he had a poor season. I think these last few seasons, I think everyone was quite happy with him being the captain. I don't think anyone had any questions really. Um, I think now because he's been quite poor and he's not been at the standard that we know he can be. I think people have now started to question his captaincy, which I kind of get because he shouldn't have played some games if I am being completely honest. But yeah, that's just ultimately that is just it's the manager's choice to play him. It's the manager's choice for him as a captain. Arteta chose him as a captain, and I get as well why he was the captain. He's quite a calm presence to the team. Obviously for me, I have a different view of a captain, maybe to Arteta, but yeah, it's a good point you make about would he, this team die for him? Would his team, do everything they can to win for him? It's I don't know if I'd say yeah to the answer because I think with like back in those days you had like the Vieira, the Roy Keanes. I mean, everyone in the team would have done everything to win for that player for the team as well. I mean, yeah, I think Tony Adams and Vieira definitely have been the best captains that we've ever had, and I think Arsenal have really struggled with captaincy things recently in recent years. I mean, maybe the last 5 to 10 years, possibly. I mean, when I started watching Arsenal, our captain was Koscielny, and I think with Koscielny, when he took his shirt off like that, I just thought, you're not a captain, like, you don't respect Arsenal. Listen, looking back now, I have no problem with Koscielny. He has a really good time at Arsenal, but towards the end it didn't go as good. But I just think I've never really seen Arsenal with a proper captain. I'll be honest with you, when Aubameyang was really scoring them goals and really doing his job, I never actually had a problem with him as a captain. I think the problem is with Aubameyang, I think he never came out in interviews and took responsibility. I think as a captain, he needs someone that can take responsibility, ownership. If it's going bad, you have to just come out and say that. I mean, I'll always respect that time of David Luiz when he came out and he had a really bad game. I think it was against Man City, and I think Sterling scored against us, and it was his mistake. And I remember thinking to myself, he came out and he said, I felt I needed to come out today. I'm really sorry for how I played." And I think that is a leadership quality to actually come out and say that when he didn't actually need to say that. Because I think at the time a few years ago, as fans, we were all tired of the players apologising on social media. But I think if you actually come out in front of the media in person, I think it felt a bit better. So yeah, I think next season for me, I think the captaincy is going to be maybe a bigger problem if Odegaard doesn't perform well. I think he has to perform at his best, and I think that's definitely something that we need to see from him. But obviously, I still think Odegaard is a good player. I think people might like him, people don't like him. That's up to them. But I've always liked Odegaard. I think he's a good player when he's at his best. But we're going to have to really see what will happen with him. But yeah, I think it's a good point that Kevin makes. I think we've all seen different eras of captains. Maybe me not so much, but I think other people have, and I think that's just an interesting conversation. Maybe I should just have a conversation one day about captains, what makes a good captain, because I think we can all agree and disagree on these sort of things. It's like as well, what would you class as a legend? Everyone will have a completely different opinion on that to what I might have. So I think these conversations are definitely interesting to have. Um, but yeah, thank you all for your comments as well today. I am going to end this in a couple of minutes. I have been live for about an hour now. But yeah, obviously I've got a video coming out tomorrow. Which would be very good to do. Obviously, Lionesses big game tomorrow. We'll be back after the Lionesses game. Obviously, if anything does develop with obviously Gyokeras, etc., we'll do another stream on that. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching my show today. I've had a lovely time doing this with you guys. It's been so much fun. Obviously, if you're new here and you like my content, please don't forget to subscribe and obviously like this video. I am nearly at 3.4k, so yeah, keep doing your stuff, guys. Show me that support. It's very much appreciated. But yeah, obviously a video coming out tomorrow. If you haven't watched my video I did today, do check that out if you're a fan of the Arsenal Moon content. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching my show. I really, really appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you all soon. I hope you do have a lovely evening, a lovely day. Be up, Kevin. Thank you for popping in, Kevin. It's always lovely to see you in the chat. And thank you so much for your questions that you've obviously sent in today as well. It's been really great to chat with you today. So thank you so much, Kevin. And to everyone that's really popped in, I really appreciate it. But yeah, I will see you all soon, guys, and I hope you'll have a wonderful evening.